Hello, all you beautiful, wonderful, amazing, spectacular tea people. I hope you are doing well. I hope you're having an amazing morning, night, all that sort of stuff, wherever you happen to be in the world. Today is Formosensis Tasting and Asamaka as well. So I need a refill on the Asamaka Red Oolong, and I need a refill on the Eastern Wild Cultivar stuff. and this is kind of fun. There's a Wild Cultivar red tea. Now, if you are, oh come on, I'm sorry, I forgot the scissors again. Now, if you are an extreme fan of the Mountain Stream Teas channel and the tea, and if you're one of those people that have been following and helping for years, then you might recognize that one time, years and years. Hey, man, how's it going? One time, years and years and years ago, there was a Camellia formosensis red oolong. Years and years and years and years and years ago. And they did it once. It was an experiment. I'm like, wow, that was awesome. Make more, please. Please make more. And they didn't. And then they did, and then other people liked it, and then other people bought it. So why do I have these samples in right now? Because I wanted to get the red oolong from this garden. This is from Louis. And it's the same garden that did the honey black oolong last time. And the honey black oolong is one of my favorite oolongs in ever. It's just one of my favorite teas. I just love it. And but now they sell out. Like they just, boom, sold out, just like that. I preferred the black. Yeah, it's some people really, really enjoyed it, and I only had a little bit of it. And so they sent me that, and then it was caught me by surprise. Now I'm actually kind of annoyed, and I wouldn't call myself angry, but annoyed. I'm just like they used to have too much tea. They couldn't sell it, and now they don't have enough tea. And I want to go down and actually talk to them and sit them down and be like, because this guy, I put him all over my social media. There's a couple times I put up pictures of him on my social media. I'm wondering if it's one of my competitors that goes down there and buys all this tea. but that's okay. You know, I'm not gonna be angry. I'm not gonna do anything. I got other friends down there. I think I got to go down there and I got to start looking for the real different stuff. The real different stuff. Sun Moon Lake. No, not Sun Moon Lake. This is Louis, so Taidong. So this is south of Hualien down here. South of Hualien. So what I got? I've got the Asamaka right here. I've got the wild cultivar red or red oolong black tea, sort of. It's all around there, mixed all in there. Your voice was changing in an interesting way. Yeah. So first off, thank you everybody so much for supporting the channel and buying all the tea for the last little while. As you can tell, I didn't get really sick, but I just got overworked and exhausted. So when people buy a lot of tea, it's me who packs the tea with my wife. And so for the past, how many days now? What's today? Today's Wednesday. So we started basically 7 days. I've been packing tea between 8 to 10 hours at least every day for 7 days. 2 of us. Sometimes the family is helping out as well. But the orders have slowed down, which is understandable at this point. So I finally got a little bit of break time, so I can do a live stream. But I got a little bit overworked and a little bit coldy. So yes, my voice is a little bit. I can still breathe, but my voice is a little bit off for sure. Now, what is this area? Louis, south of Taiwan. It is the one of the hottest areas of Taiwan. It's also one of the driest areas of Taiwan. And most of Taiwan is extremely, extremely, extremely humid. Right, so all over Taiwan, it's all extraordinarily humid, except for the very south of Taiwan, of which this is part. And that doesn't say that doesn't rain, doesn't say sometimes it's really humid, but a lot of the time it's dry winds. Even in the summertime, there'll be dry winds that roll through. And so this area, when it's right to oxidize the tea, when it's right to make tea, there is nowhere else in Taiwan that hits it right on. But when it's not, then there's nothing you can do. You just can't make good tea. So like, for example, in the heat of the summer, it's basically impossible for them to make good tea. But in the wintertime, when it's cool, windy, dry, just the right amount of humidity, they can make some really beautiful tea. So right about now is when they're making the really, 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 really nice stuff. And that's one of the reasons why their red oolong is so good, and why so many people want their red oolong. So many people want their red oolong because of this time of the year. They can control everything. Packing is the most tedious part of the job, but you get to travel to beautiful places. I don't complain. So what I do when I pack tea, I like to write little messages. Well, anyways, I like to pack all the tea and send it out to everybody. And I listen to, basically it's like going to school. So I turn on podcasts, and I turn on sort of like everything from podcasts to economic reports to documentaries to whatever else. And then I pack the tea, and then I literally go to school. And so I'm like, okay, what do I want to learn about? I want to learn about, recently there's some great interviews, Adam Curtis and things like that. And then, I still go into sort of the educational stuff. Anyways, I love packing the tea. Although right now I'm a little bit bored with packing the tea. I will say straight up right now, I'm a little bit bored. A little bit bored. It's a little bit much. I think I'll probably take tomorrow off. And not pack any tea. I probably won't pack any tea tomorrow. But looks like we're ready. Now, again, don't drink your tea like this unless you want to evaluate it. If you want to evaluate it, go for it. Drink your tea just like this. Here we go. So this is the green stuff. So this is what I call this is the wild cultivar East, or Eastern wild cultivar, I think was what we call it on the site. And it's great. Ooh, it's a little strong this time. Now, there's some people that absolutely adore this tea. And there's some people that absolutely do not adore this tea. But whenever it comes off the site, like right now it's out of stock, I get emails all the time from people, where's the wild cultivar? Where's the wild cultivar? And it doesn't sell that much, but it's a very, very consistent group of people that like to buy it. And there's a lot of people that like to try it because it's unique, right? It's absolutely unique. And but if you're expecting a high mountain oolong flavor, then this is not for you. This is not a high mountain oolong. This is a unique and beautiful, but extremely strange oolong. And it's got green leaf litter, fenugreek, and sort of that vegetal flavor to it. In the back end, there's a sweetness, almost like a caramel sweetness going on in there. But again, it's that leaf litter, right? That's the Camellia formosensis leaf litter taste. But it's good to be back on the site. I'll put it up. I'll buy some. Right when I get off this, I'll buy some, and so it'll be on the site. Actually, probably when I end this, I'll go put it back up for sale. So if this is a tea that you enjoy, I apologize. It didn't make it to the sale last week. It didn't make it to the sale, but it'll be back for sale after I finish this. And they're getting really good at making it. In the sense, before it used to be like really rough. Like there were a couple of productions they did that were brutal, but they've gotten really good at making it, and it's really smooth now. And it's like I'm still sitting on those tea balls, which is the Huenchue, the mixed blood genetics of the sort of the Chin Chin teas and the Chin Chin teas and the Camellia Formosensis teas from Alishan. I got to go visit them. Hopefully, I'll visit them this month. And so that's a little different. That's a little different. But this is just straight up 100% pure Eastern Camellia Formosensis, and that's actually pretty good. It's one of the best I've had in a while. Okay, so let's get to the interesting tea of the day. So the tea that, if this is good, I'm going to buy it as well. We'll just see. We'll just see it. We'll just see how it goes. We'll just see how this one goes. So this is experts, masters in making the red oolong. Red oolong masters doing it with Camellia Formosensis. So here we go. Before, it was really, really good. And this time it's also really, really good. But it's almost like too good. It's like, no, there it is in the background in the aftertaste. Yeah, wow, that's really good. Yeah, that's really good. It's it there in the background, but it's almost like they're so good at what they do. They've sort of turned it into into a Taiwanese cultivar style red tea. Wow. Now, Camellia Formosensis does red oolong really, really well. And by red oolong, I just mean mid-oxidized, which I also include sort of the black teas, like the dark teas, the heicha, right, from before. Not so much the black tea in the sense of 100% oxidized, but the weird oxidization ones, the either not 100% or over 100%. Anyways, it does this type of oxidization really well. And this is really nice. I'm going to get this as well. So there's going to be Eastern Wild Cultivar Green and Eastern Wild Cultivar Red. Absolutely, I'm getting both. Yeah. Those are really nice. Those are really nice. Maybe I'll even... Will I get them in time for the subscription box? Maybe. If I send the subscription box on Monday, then yes. If I send the subscription box on Friday, then no. And by the sound of my voice and the way things are going, I might send the subscription box out on Monday. I need a day off. I need a day off. Yeah. Not complaining by any stretch of the imagination. Again, everybody who bought some tea during the sale, thank you. You support us amazingly, amazingly well, and it's wonderful. Thank you. But I could put those in the subscription box. Anyways, what's next month's subscription so far is Osmanthus green tea. Two different black teas. There is the number 7 cultivar and the number 21 cultivar, which I'll do a blind taste. And then 2 wintertime. I'm waiting on some wintertime Alishan. I don't have that yet. But there's going to be the Alishan. Everything's later this year for some strange reason. There's going to be the Shanlin Shi and the Shanlin Shi and the Pear Mountain as a blind taster. So winter Pear Mountain, winter Shanlin Shi. Plus those 2 black teas, plus the green Osmanthus. But if these come out, maybe I'll mix it around a little bit, and I probably won't do these as blind tasters, but we'll see how it goes. Oh, yeah, here we go. I haven't had this on the site for a while as well. This is another one. Everything from this garden. Well, not everything from this garden. The honey black oolong. Everybody loves that one. That one's just, everybody loves it. But when it comes to the Asamiko red oolong and the This is the Asamaka Red Oolong. And the wild cultivar stuff, there's some people that'll love it, just buy it again and again and again and again and again. And then other people will just try it once and they go, no. So it's really interesting. How about the HY Chen stuff? That's in the January subscription box. The January subscription box is the roasted teas. So that's not till January. And I got to go and visit him. I was talking with him the other day. So I'm hoping I can go visit him and go up to Alishan and see these unique trees all on the same trip. And I think I'm going to do that. Probably in 3 weeks. Okay. This is okay, but it's not as good as it was before. Let's try this again. So what's unique about this tea, and it's pretty fascinating, is that you can get this red oolong sweetness going on with the Asamaka. And so you can actually pull out just a touch of, and again, this is sort of Indian subcontinent style Asamaka. You can pull out just a touch of like a red fruit out of it. And it's quite a lot of fun. But this, it doesn't have the subtlety that sometimes what they produce has. And so I don't actually know if this is the winter one. This might be the summertime pick. Yeah, this is not. No, I'm not. I don't think I'm going to get it. It's not bad, but I just want the one with the red oolong in it. But yeah, the Huayin Chen stuff, that stuff is amazing. I'm learning about it now. It's just mind-bendingly good. Quite light. You have to sort of brew it really strong, like lots of leaf. But I'm learning about it now, and I'm going to go and visit him and see what we can do. But I think that's going to be sort of the January release. To get excited about the January stuff. So in January, that's going to be the big release of all that stuff, which I'm quite looking forward to, actually, because I understand roasted teas, right? So I understand roasted teas. I know roasted teas. I understand roasted teas on a certain level. Oh, geez, I guess there we go. Sorry, I didn't see. There's some questions here. Are those reds are roasty toasty? No, they are not roasty toasty. So these reds are, this one's a little bit, but I don't think they did it on purpose. It's just the nature of the Asamaka. It's interesting because the Louis teas are, oftentimes people will say a roasted red. And I'm not surprised by that because that's what leaves the island. But the teas from Louis, the red oolongs in general, they don't get roasted. So the teas that go like into the competitions, for example, they're looking for the bug-bitten sweetness. There might be a touch of caramel in the background, a light little twist of a roast. But you wouldn't say that the roast is the main factor in those teas. But I've noticed that oftentimes people will be talking about roasted red oolongs, and you only do that with not very good teas. Right, so the only reason you would roast a red oolong is if it was a crappy oolong, and not to say that I'm sure there's some people, there's always exceptions to that rule. There's always the teas, but when you go to one of these farms and you say what you got, and they realize that you can buy tea and that you know what you're talking about, they don't give you a roasted tea. They give you the good stuff, which is not roasted, and again, not a value judgment. Roasted teas, da 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 da. I think if me and Mr. Chen can get along, I'd love to be able to send him some teas from different parts of the island and be like, do your magic, to the teas, because I would love to see what he would do with, for example, a really good red oolong from Louis. I think it'd be pretty amazing what he could pull off with it. And so, but the people in Louis, they don't roast their teas unless it's low quality, unless it's got a bitterness or it doesn't have enough sweetness or enough fruit or enough whatever it is to be sellable that way. So I think it's just quite interesting. Not a value judgment, but I don't think I have a roasted red oolong on the site. Yeah, I don't think I do. But anyways. So when you're looking at these teas, again, these are lower elevation teas. So the higher elevation teas, if I brew it like this, again, this is the second time going through it. If you brew it the second time, third time like this, fourth time, you're going to be able to get the steeps. You're just going to be able to get steep after steep after steep after steep. But here, this is the second time I'm doing it, and it's already dropped off, like the first little bit of flavor. Now, it's also because, higher the oxidization, generally speaking, the faster it disperses in some ways. Depends, of course, but generally speaking. But yeah, so this doesn't have the legs of higher elevation. But remember, this is only, 400 meters, 350 to 400, 350 to 500 meters above sea level. So it's not that much. And the water wasn't that hot. But I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it because it's pretty good. It's pretty good. But this one, right? This is the green one. And the green one is just like Formosensis smacking you across the forehead with it. It's unmistakably that. Whereas this one, because they're so expert, they're so good at making red oolongs. The first couple steeps, the first couple times when it first, the upfront is very like red oolong-y, like, whoa, sweet red oolong, the mid-mouth, you sort of go, what's going on? Then the aftertaste is, oh, that's Formosensis, wow. So it's actually quite a lot of fun, especially if you like the Taiwanese heichas and those types of things. It's definitely about as Taiwanese a tea as you can get, this one right here. Extremely, extremely Taiwanese. Yeah. Okay, so I guess that's about it. I'm going to get the red and the green. I'll probably order that as soon as I'm done with this. I'm going to hold off on the Asamaka until, I don't know, I got to go visit them. Because when I go, I talk with the sort of the patriarch, the old guy. But when I buy tea, I'm dealing with someone else. So when I got to go talk to him and be like, Sifu, what's up? And see if I can find maybe there's another version of this that's a little bit better. This is still okay, but I want a better version of that. All right, I guess that's about it. Any questions about anything that I've covered so far? Again, thank you everybody who bought some tea, and I certainly hope that. Well, I think this year it should be no problem. Everything's going to get to everybody before the Christmas holidays start. I was going to launch the naming thing, but I think right now is not the best time to do the choose your own label type thing. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to launch that in the new year and get the system down so that I'll be able to do it. I think right now it would just be too much to do it all at the same time. But I'll be doing that. So for weddings or anniversaries or I don't know, birthday parties or whatever it is, there will be label your own tea type stuff. But I'll do that coming soon. But anyways, I think that's it for now. Thank you for watching. I certainly hope all of you are having just an amazing morning, night, evening, wherever in the world you happen to be. Thanks again for all the support during the sale, and we will see you guys next live stream.